Reliable employees often receive more work. Sometimes that means a manager trusts them with an important task. Sometimes a deadline has created a genuine emergency. Sometimes the manager cannot see the employee's current capacity. And sometimes the team has never agreed on who owns the work. The extra request does not reveal the motive. The first useful move is to make the priority decision visible. Maya is preparing a client analysis due Tuesday. She also owns a quality review due Wednesday. On Monday afternoon, her manager asks her to take an urgent data check for another team. Maya could silently accept all three. That would preserve the appearance that nothing conflicts right up to the moment something is late or rushed. She could also answer with a bare no. That would communicate a boundary but leave the manager without the information needed to choose. Instead, she says, "I can take this. I currently have the client analysis due Tuesday and the quality review due Wednesday. Which priority should move? Or who can share the new work?" That sentence does three things. It confirms willingness to help. It states current commitments without dramatizing them. And it returns the trade-off to the person who has authority to set priorities. If the manager moves the quality review to Friday, Maya sends a short recap, confirming the data check is now first. The client analysis remains due Tuesday, and the quality review moves to Friday. The recap is not a complaint. It is a shared record of the decision. For a one-time request, that may be enough. Confirm the scope, the deadline, the expected output, and which existing commitment should move. Then do the agreed work. The mistake is treating every new request as proof of a larger pattern. One emergency can simply be an emergency. A new manager may not know the full workload. A colleague may believe the task is small. A team may be compensating for an absence. Start with the smallest response that fits the evidence. But repeated requests need better visibility. Maya keeps a small work log. Each line contains the request, the owner, the date received, the agreed priority, any changed deadline, the completion date, and the practical impact on other work. This is not a secret dossier, and it is not a list of grievances. It is a coordination record. The purpose is to replace memory and impression with facts. Both sides can review. After 4 weeks, Maya notices that 3 urgent items were added after weekly priorities were set. She completed all 3. 2 planned deadlines moved with her manager's approval. In their next one-to-one meeting, she says, "In the last 4 weeks, 3 urgent items were added after priorities were set. I completed them, and 2 planned deadlines moved. Can we agree on the rule for reprioritizing new requests?" Notice what she does not say. She does not say the manager is exploiting her. She does not say the team always punishes reliable people. She does not claim that a coworker is lazy or that the requests are intentionally unfair. Those explanations may feel possible, but the workload evidence does not prove them. The manager may trust Maya, may not see her capacity, may be reacting to real emergencies, or may be working inside an unclear ownership system. The conversation stays on the process when new work arrives. Who decides what moves? A useful rule might be that every urgent request names the owner, deadline, and displays priority. Another team might review capacity at a weekly meeting. A manager might keep one person from becoming the default owner by rotating emergency work. The correct system depends on the team, but the requirement is the same. Added work should create an explicit priority decision. If the pattern continues, Maya uses a proportionate response ladder. First, she asks for the priority decision at the moment the request arrives. Second, she keeps the factual log and sends short recaps when commitments change. Third, she reviews the recurring pattern with her manager and asks for a clear rule. Fourth, if ownership remains unclear and the impact is significant, she uses the organization's normal escalation path with the same neutral evidence. At each level, the language stays specific. 3 added requests changed, 2 agreed deadlines is useful. Nobody respects my time is an interpretation that is harder to solve. The same principle applies when the extra work is hidden. Perhaps Maya is regularly checking other people's files, answering late questions, or repairing handoffs before a client sees them. If that work is necessary, it should have an owner and a place in the plan. She can say, This review has been taking part of Thursday afternoon each week. Should it remain with me, move to the original owner, or be added to the team schedule? That is not bragging. It is workload accounting. The goal is also not to refuse every request. Reliability includes helping when priorities genuinely change. The difference is that a reliable system records the change. Silent acceptance can make overload invisible to the manager and make the employee appear to have unlimited capacity. There are limits to this framework. If the issue involves safety, discrimination, harassment, retaliation, wages, protected leave, or another legal or policy matter, a workload conversation may not be enough. Use the appropriate formal process and qualified guidance for the situation. For an ordinary priority problem, however, the next sentence can remain simple. I can take this. Here are my current commitments. Which priority should move? That sentence does not diagnose anyone. It does not demand recognition. It gives the decision maker the information needed to manage capacity. Reliable employees do not need to become less helpful. They need reliability to include clear priority communication, documented changes, and realistic ownership. When extra work is visible, the team can decide whether it represents trust, a temporary emergency, or a pattern that needs a better system. In the next Office Crow episode, we will continue from that work log and show how to turn documented contributions into a calm performance review conversation without exaggerating or claiming someone else's credit.